HR Church Bullies, narrated by Dr. Shalette Renee Griffin. Chapter 1. Change Wanna Come. The copy machine was whining again, loud enough to wake the ghosts hiding in the church walls. I was finishing the last batch of Bible verse challenge programs, checking every line, every name, every verse. And for once, not a single typo. No crooked margins. Perfect. Each contestant had a little bio. Name, age, school, what they like to do, and what they dreamed of becoming one day. The rules were simple. The moderator shouted a Bible verse. The fastest hand found the verse, hit the buzzer, and read it first. That's how you win. We ran this event for 5 years now. Same crowd, same 3,000 grand in profit from food, drink, and merchandise. I carried those 400 programs out of the office, past Pastor Klein's Zen Palace, with the Himalayan salt lamps and oil diffusers, overlooking what used to be Miss Newell's corner store. Kudzu vines crawled up the bricks, almost hiding her hand-painted sign on MLK Boulevard. Down the hall, the Sunday school room sat empty. Those tiny red chairs stacked in the corner, you know, the ones that cut into your thighs when you sit in them too long. I set the programs on a folding table up front in the sanctuary. Tuesdays always made the place feel too big, too quiet. I should have been proud. Everything looked great. But Jermaine, he haunted me. That glow of accomplishment faded the moment I thought about him. Sunlight from the stained glass hit the usher plates, throwing color across the pews, while I sat there sweating, waiting for the AC to kick on. And when it finally did, all I could think about was home. The fights about money. The feeling that no matter what I did, it was never enough. Jermaine didn't want me in grad school. He made that pretty clear. My grades had tanked. But quitting? No way. I kept telling myself that degree would open doors for me, make it all worthwhile. So I juggled classes, the church internship, and job applications, while Jermaine carried the bills on his back. And every rejection email felt like a gut punch. I tried not to fall apart in front of Reverend Packard. No more speeches about God's plan, please. I lost my last job to a mix of depression and anxiety, back before mental health was something you could say out loud without getting the side eyes. Even after my FMLA ran out, the black hole inside me didn't close. It just got hungrier. I quit my job anyway, even though my doctor said not to, even though Jermaine said not to. What did they know? And every night, the same dream. I'm walking upstairs with my laundry basket in hand, and that dread hits, cold and heavy. I know what's waiting at the top, but my body keeps climbing, like I'm on autopilot. At the landing, a white woman in a blinding white business suit, pencil skirt, folder under her arm, flanked by 2 mannequin-looking men, blue, veiny hands, blank faces. But her smile is wrong, serial killer wrong. She pulled out a silver letter opener and started stabbing me, lifting me off the ground while the men just watch. Sometimes I wake up immediately, just gasping. Other nights, I make it to the bedroom, trying to dial 911, but then my phone turned into a block of ice. When I finally woke up for real, heart racing, mouth dry, I realized I swung in my sleep and hit Jermaine. That was the monster I was fighting. Not him, her. But Jermaine didn't see it that way. To him, depression was a cold. Take some meds. Get back to work. Stop costing money. The fights got smaller, meaner. Dishes, bills, chores, until silence filled the house where love used to live. Then I heard her voice. Dana, darling, I know it's tough. Reverend Packard had come in carrying a box of trophies. I hadn't even noticed. She set them down, wiped her forehead. You're doing the best you can, she said. Jermaine's just frustrated. He loves you. He'll come around. I didn't answer, just started folding the programs. I wish there was something I could do to make things easier. My jewelry business barely pays the bills now. She sat across the aisle. Any word from Yardley International? Nothing. It's been 3 weeks since the interview. Be patient, Dana, darling. The right job is coming. Then my phone buzzed. A voicemail from Yardley International. My heart jumped. That's weird, I said. It didn't even ring. My hands shook as I pressed play. By the time the message ended, I could feel Reverend Packard's eyes on me. Well? She asked. She wants me to call her back. Probably a rejection. You don't know that. Call her now, Dana. So I ran to the vestibule, looking across MLK Boulevard, looking tired, peeling paint, boarded up windows. I watched a woman in leggings and rhinestone hat walk her dog, laughing at something on her phone. She looked, well, free. So I hit the call button to stop from stalling. Hello? A woman answered. Lynn from HR. Hi, this is Dana. I started, trying to sound calm. She cut right in. Congratulations, Dana. You've been selected as a finalist to interview with Dr. Mario Coleman, our HR director, and our assistant HR director, Shayna Colbreth. For a second, I couldn't breathe. She just kept talking. But my brain stuck on one word. Finalist. Can you come in on Wednesday? Yes, I said a little too fast. 2:00? Perfect. Great. I'll send the details for our office on Vista Road. Vista Road? I repeated before catching myself. Oh, that's actually closer to downtown. My husband works nearby. She laughed. Well, this is Atlanta, you know. Traffic's the real boss here. Watch for my email. Great. Thank you, Lynn. For the first time in months, I felt something shift. Like maybe I wasn't stuck anymore. Driving home, I practiced how I would tell Jermaine. He'd be home soon. Maybe this time we have something to celebrate. When I walked in, the smell of baked chicken filled the air. Jermaine was already sunk into the couch, half a beer sweating on the table, bills spread out like a battlefield. The TV flickered, cable news humming in the background. I took a deep breath and smiled. You're home early. He didn't look up. Got out after the meeting, for once. Well, I said brightly, guess who called? Yardley International. They want me back for an interview. The final interview. That got him. He smiled. Really smiled. That's awesome, Dana. He gave me a high five. I thought I was out and running. The interview is next Wednesday. Well, good luck, Dana, he said, eyes drifting back to the TV. And somehow, his attention drifting back to the TV, it didn't sting this time. Maybe this was it. Maybe this was the round that would save us, pull us out of the rut, and back to something like we had before. It was all or nothing. God only knows what will become of me and Jermaine if I don't get this job. HR Church Bullies, narrated by Dr. Renee Griffin, recorded by Williams Hole Publishing.